We just had some patients today tell me that they have been doing the flu shot for 20 years and now they're not doing it. So they told me the pressure's on. Well, they just started chiropractic care. They're eating cleaner. They're eliminating inflammatory foods. And inevitably, if they're supplementing properly, they're going to build their immune system. And we don't have to worry about the effects of not having a flu shot, because inevitably the risk outweighs the reward. If you saw the article we posted, research showing that the flu shot is 20% effective this year. So 20% of people that get the flu vaccine will inevitably not have symptoms of the flu. But 100% of people who get the flu vaccine will be toxic from what's in the flu vaccine. And so we'll talk a lot about how the flu vaccine is the most unnecessary vaccine, in my opinion, in the country, and what's in it and your risks associated with every time you get one. For instance, just a little plug, but we'll talk a little bit more about it in the coming weeks. If you have 5 succession years of flu vaccines, your rate of Alzheimer's increases tenfold, okay, because the neurological damage done by every single flu shot, and then it's obviously perpetuated every time you do the flu shot. It creates permanent neurological damage, okay, and so that's really simple and well established in research. You get the flu shot, your risk of Alzheimer's directly and proportionally increases. So it's not worth it, right? And so we want to build an immune system to handle viruses and bacteria that we're exposed to every day, inevitably build the resiliency of our bodies, bulletproof our bodies, right? Just like you would in the gym train to be stronger and fitter, you have to build your immune system to be stronger and fitter. And there are things that we're going to cover at the workshop that weaken the immune system, okay? And so one thing we're going to talk about tonight, just a little plug to help you guys out, is one area that we hear a lot about is vitamin D and its role in immunity. And so what we see is vitamin D is essential in the regulation of the immune system. In particular, it balances what's called the TH1 and TH2 immune system. So at the workshop, we're going to talk about 3 components to the immune system: TH1 immunity, TH2 immunity, and TH17 immunity. And inevitably, you need a proper expression or balance of your immune system. We talk about it at our hormone workshops, that your hormones are about a symphony, that everything should be like an orchestra communicating in balance to produce the best result, the best noise, the best song, create the best composition. And in your body, the same thing is true. You should have a balance with your TH1 and TH2 and TH17 immune system. And when there's a balance, there's this beautiful symphony that takes place that you're able to handle viruses and bacteria and express normal immunity. The issue is when the immune system gets dysregulated and you have a dominant TH1 immunity or a dominant TH2 immunity, and inevitably start developing autoimmune conditions. We start becoming more susceptible to viral and bacterial infections. You start developing hypersensitivity to foods. It's the classic, hey, I have all these food allergies, food sensitivities, they're not improving. Even though I get off of those foods, it's not like the immune system immediately heals. We have to balance the symphony of the immune system. And vitamin D does that. Now, vitamin D is not a true vitamin. It is more of a what's termed like a prohormone, has a more hormonal effect on the body than it actually does in a sense of vitamin effect. It is great for what we associate, cardiovascular disease prevention, building bone, and strengthening the immune system, because it does balance that TH1, TH2 immunity and allow you to fight viruses better. But vitamin D is absolutely it absolutely needs vitamin K to supplement with it. So if you're just taking vitamin D, first of all, Most of you aren't taking the right form, the right quantity, the right dosage. And then secondly, most of you aren't taking it with vitamin K. And if you're not taking it with vitamin K, then there's research that shows vitamin D supplementation alone can actually create harmful effects to the body. If it's out of balance with vitamin K, it can actually deplete the bone. It can cause fragility or fragile arteries. So we need it in balance. Any vitamin, mineral, fat needs to be in balance. It's not about how much you have, it's about how balanced everything is. And going back to hormones, very similar conversation here is a lot of people just want more hormones and think if they just get more testosterone or more estrogen, that's going to solve the effects. Again, it's the same concept. It's not about how much hormone you have, it's how sensitive your body is to that hormone. Inevitably, I'm not going to have the same testosterone levels as the guy next to me. But if my body is sensitive from a cell perspective to testosterone, it doesn't matter what my level is, as long as I'm sensitive to it, uptaking it properly and utilizing it properly. We're caught up in the number, and the problem is that gets us trapped. We should be caught up in how sensitive we are to our hormones. Diabetes, how sensitive are you to insulin? Right? Hormones, how sensitive are you to estrogen and testosterone and progesterone? And then, of course, when it comes down to the immune system, it's all about creating a healthy, balanced TH1, TH2, and TH17 immune system. So we're really going to dive into that. If you're struggling with autoimmunity, you're struggling with chronic food allergies and don't know how to get out, we're going to really dive in and talk through supplementation, nutrition, modification, and lifestyle corrections that can make a huge, huge difference in your immune system and your overall health. So we're looking forward to it. November 1st, 6:30, here at the Health Factory. Get here, obviously, about 15 minutes early. It packs out. And sign up. There will be a link below this. You can sign up there online, or obviously when you're in the office, just sign up at the front desk. We'd love to see you guys, all right? Have a blessed night, and I'll see you guys next week. And then in 2 weeks, we have the immune workshop. All right, guys. See you later.